The salt avalanche continues over at Fur Affinity. I'm not sure how many people listening to this have been paying attention, but Zelux Quo, a friend of mine, has been offering to do free art for people, and it's causing the social justice warriors to go totally, they're chimping out over there. So, the topic of this video here is that I actually like Dragoneer now, and I mean that in jest. I don't like Dragoneer, but I do. Some of the stuff that he's been doing has been pretty good. It's hard to ignore. Just want to take a look at this. This is a social justice warrior who was calling out Zelux, my friend, and Zelux reported them. They got suspended, and then this person started bitching at the admins of the site, and then this person got suspended also for a day. So, I find it lovely that they went up on Twitter to bitch about it. So we're going to read this, and this is why I like Dragoneer now, man. We're best buddies. So here's what happened. I'll narrate this. Dragoneer says, the reason your journal was removed is because it contained a call-out against another user of this site. You may be critical of site staff, that's fine, but our policies still prohibit call-outs. When we take action, we have to do so equally, whether we are for or against the individuals being called out. Totally, that's like, he was not acting like this a couple months ago. He was being totally arbitrary. But I don't know. I will take this gift when I see it. So here is what the social justice warrior crybaby says.
True, but what if where the user is in violation of the task and are still allowed to continue on the site? Sure, it's a call-out.
It's a call-out.
But when you and your staff fail to do your job and the ticket system is ignored in favor of popularity, there is no alternative left. Literal neo-Nazis and people who sexually exploit cub art are allowed to continue on the site in violation of the task, and when they're reported, the staff does nothing.
Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. And here's what Dragoneer said. He said, this submission in question was not found to be in violation of site policy. That was, I think, Zelox's free art. And we cannot take action based on what took place off-site. It has nothing to do with popularity, but the fact that there is no content on FA is in violation of the rules. Likewise, if people are promoting neo-Nazism, we need evidence of them doing so on this site. Again, we cannot take action on what happens outside of our domain. A totally reasonable thing. Like, what is this? What has gotten into Dragoneer? He's actually asking for evidence of people supporting neo-Nazism. So I'm pretty happy with that. And of course, if you actually ask for evidence of people in alt-furry supporting neo-Nazism, I mean, 95% chance you're not going to see any. And I'll bring up one other thing. This is. I'll say one thing about alt-furry and definitely me. Like, we know what the rules are of all the sites that we're on because we've been unfairly kicked off of so many. So we know, all of us, and Zelox does, and Zelox does certainly, and I do. We all know what the rules on Fur Affinity are, and we go to really good lengths to follow those rules. I'm just going to say, Dragoneer, if you listen to these YouTube videos, I can live within those confines. Those are reasonable confines, and I'm happy to play ball. So I don't know if I want to recommend. I mean, like, I have an account on Fur Affinity. I haven't used it in ages I haven't used it in ages as protests of their arbitrary laws that they were enforcing arbitrarily a couple months back. But if this is how they're going to enforce it, if they're actually going to be fair and they're actually going to be consistent, I might actually come back to Fur Affinity and start posting journals and art again. So take that for what it's worth. But what the fuck? I love Dragoneer right now.